So the first one. So, let's talk about how frightened he makes me feel. It's been a while. I've had many guys use many lines, but asking me to pray together kind of sealed the deal. The prayer came before the kiss, but that made it real. And I don't want to break his heart, I want to protect it. And I don't want to hide my love, I want to profess it. I am in uncommon circumstance, I know that now. And he is just God's way of showing out. I found God in his heart and I'm thankful. That was in the beginning. I love your smile because it's like a lighthouse and I feel safe. I love your mind because you can swim in the deep end with me. I love your eyes because I feel like I'm looking at myself. I love your hair because it reminds me of God's strength. Y'all would have seen it. Oh my goodness. I love your heart because you have shown me that it has the ability to be soft. I love your curiosity because it brings mine to life. I love your hands because they have the power to heal. I love your truth because it's your testimony too. I love your prayers because I don't always pray enough. I love your willingness because the kingdom needs you now. I love your love because it isn't reserved just for me. I just love.
Yes,
that was mid-middle. Okay. This I read last time. I want to tell you everything. I want to tell you everything the world doesn't want you to know. They can't see how beautiful you are dressed from head to toe because they are legally blind to the inside of your mind and prophetic fashion doesn't align with what we flow.
Yes.
They are lying and you are crying while embracing the untruth and allowing the life to be sucked out of you every time they tell you that you aren't worthy when you are everything. I want to show you everything the world doesn't want you to see. The world invites you to live in your feelings. Home is where the heart is, but where does your heart live? You reside in that place where the pain stays the same so that nothing can change and nothing can grow. It looks like what you think you know and it hurts like what you think you love, but look inside of me and look inside of you, a royal blood flow of righteous fruit. I want to give you everything the world doesn't want you to have. Restless nights are for the weary, and because you fight the world, that peace from a place of merciful love and gracious service is where I want to meet. You and I creating an atmosphere of riding high on God's white clouds of righteous silence. Loving is living.
Yeah.
I want to help you live. No more fighting while on the same team. An attack on you is an attack on me. I want to love you in every way the world doesn't want you to be loved. The way God does. To pray, to cry, to fast, to listen. Mercy everlasting and forgiveness without condition. 4 hands clasped together, ready for prayer, ready for war. Kind truth and big moves in the spirit realm. To love you the way the rest of the world does not. That's my spot.
Yes.
Your tears are the same size as mine. Rest your head on my shoulder and cry. You are so beautiful to me. Never get to work again. Dry water is the cry from the inside. When the rain rolls away and the wetness doesn't stain the fabric of my heart anymore. We've all been there before. Even when it was uncomfortable, we stayed clean. And even when it was not our fault, we take blame. And even when, what could we have done better? Did we do everything we could? Did we try hard enough or long enough? How can you ruin something with your own reflection? How can you sabotage such a connection? This isn't even the end for you. You say you still love me, and I still love you too, but we have to create it daily. Dying in the sin that was yesterday, each day that we make it. Let's start over. It's the one. It wasn't my body that you broke, it was my heart. I told you in the beginning how delicate it could be. That's why I kept it locked away. But I still shared with you all the important parts. And you never asked if you could keep it. You just pretended you were ready for a responsibility so delicate to my survival. Lies arrive via omission too. But there is no justification for telling half-truths, and there is no liberation in producing bad fruit.
Say so.
You handed me over to the enemy, betraying the trust that I had for what you told me was love, leading me astray with no protection or covering, forcing me to pray with a broken heart and long suffering. I don't know that I did what I deserve, but the God I serve doesn't love me that way. Unequal yokes conceive deficiency. And the salty waters of my eyes contribute to the waters that wash our sins away.
Hey!
You aren't always allowed to wipe the liquid pain away that you caused to fall upon my face. In this place, I'm new. I can't trust you here. In this place, I need God to keep me because you don't know how. It wasn't my body that you broke, it was my heart. And this is the last one, it's the one I wrote today. Having the same person hurt me be the one to help me heal was never part of the deal. That's not what I asked for when I prayed. But God's voice that sounds like rushing waters gave my tears the authority to move man just the same. So here we are. Sometimes locked doors appear to only be unlocked with time. But eternal eternity is what that implies. So being patient would have been a virtue if the truth were the key. We broke protocol, you and I. Nobody's wrong because we are both so right. And the residual effects of mess ordained by man won't look like what's blessed and maintained by God because our faith wasn't in line with the will of the Most High. So the foundation was built upon a lie. Call it a rocky road. So instead of me being the left and you being the right, let's hide these hands that we use to throw rocks. Let's use these hands that we fight with to pray. The label was like a chain around your neck, and your lace of freedom, your lack of freedom was on display. You wanted God, you got him. He just looked like me. So did I. And what I got blessed with was a brand new friendship and a brand new testimony. Forgiveness makes spiritual growth real. I just never thought the same one who hurt me would be the one to help me heal. But that was always a part of the deal.
Yes. Them salty tears, girl.
You know what I'm saying? Or as Mr. Tommy said, run that prank back. Come on. One more thing.
I'm going to just read the last one over.
Yeah.
Having the same person who hurt me, the one to help me heal, was never a part of the deal. That's not what I asked for when I prayed.
Right.
But God's voice that sounds like rushing waters gave my tears the authority to move man just the same. So here we are. Sometimes locked doors appear to only be unlocked with time. But eternal eternity is what that implies. So being patient would have been a virtue if truth were the key. We broke protocol, you and I. Nobody's wrong because we are both so right. And the residual effects of mess ordained by man won't look like what's blessed and maintained by God because our faith wasn't in line with the will of the Most High. So the foundation was built upon a lie. Call it a rocky road. So instead of me being the left and you being the right, let's hide these hands that we use to throw rocks. Let's use these hands that we fight with to pray. The label was like a chain around your neck and your lack of freedom was on display. You wanted God, you got him. He just looked like me. So did I. And what I got blessed with was a brand new friendship and a brand new testimony. Forgiveness makes spiritual growth real. I just never thought the same one who hurt me would be the one to help me heal. But that was always a part of the deal.
Yeah.